Hello and welcome, friends. I hope everyone is ready to fight. What's up, bestie?
I'm currently fighting with Nyx who keeps screaming at me.
Shh. Sounds about right.
He's doing a podcast. She doesn't care. She does not care. I literally just got out of the shower like maybe 10 minutes ago, so my hair is very wet.
I can see that.
In case you're like, why does her hair look so extra dark and weird? That's the reason why.
Good to know. Anything going on with you other than that?
Well, I mean, I'm in summer mode, which means like lots of projects and things during the day where I get like sweaty and stuff. So I usually wait till shower until like I'm done with those things for the day. And of course, I'm bad at time, the very concept of it. So I was like, oh, I have plenty of time to shower. I did not. And I haven't eaten since like 6 a.m. So,
girl,
I know.
Don't do that.
I've tried to create a system of like alarms and things, but it's still just not doing it.
Is that a new t-shirt?
I've had it for a while, but I've never worn it for some reason. And I was like, today's the day. Mars attacks.
Today's the day. I'm trying to think if there's anything noteworthy in my life that I'm not saving for the worsening. And I don't really think so. Normal day at work. Got my company picnic tomorrow.
Oh, that's a fun thing. I think
that'll be nice. I get free food. I mean, I paid for a ticket, but like food.
Oh, I was wondering because I feel like a company picnic could either be like this really large scale thing where you buy tickets and don't have to do anything else versus like a smaller thing where it's like a potluck and people just kind of show up. But it sounds more of the former.
Yeah, there's like a raffle and stuff.
So it's like an official event kind of thing.
Yeah, it's put on by the union or something.
Fascinating. Oh yeah, our union does stuff. We tend to just ignore it for the most part.
Fair enough. All of you, or is that just a you thing?
I would say most of us.
Okay, noted.
A few exceptions, but for some reason the staff seem to be way more into it than the faculty are, and I don't know why. Because we're cats.
Okay.
Academics are cats. They're impossible to like get them to do anything or be a place at a time and all that stuff.
Apropos of kind of nothing, girl, do I have a subreddit for you?
Okay.
Have you ever perused the wedding shaming subreddit? Because I remember one of your favorite Am I the Assholes was that wedding dress thing.
I think about that periodically.
As you should.
Like every now and then, yeah. Yeah.
But there is a subreddit.
No, it sounds delightful, yeah.
Completely. Here, hold on. Let me pull it up on my phone. Oh, my phone's about to die. Let's hope it doesn't while we're on the air.
To be honest, nearly any word followed by shaming has potential.
This is true.
Depending on what it is, but...
But here's some highlights from the wedding shaming subreddit that I think you'll enjoy. Here's some screenshots of a woman's sister sending her their wedding registry after said sister was not invited to the wedding. Tacky.
Yeah. Jesus.
Lots of shaming of that whole... You know what I hate? There's a whole genre, like wedding cake toppers, like the little bride and groom or brides or grooms that you put on top of a wedding cake. There's a whole genre of wedding cake toppers that's just, we don't even want to be getting married, where it's like somebody, like the woman dragging the man, like by the collar. I hate that shit. I hate it so much. Like, it's not cute at all.
It's that very old-timey, like, oh, the old ball and chain.
Yeah, the old ball.
It's like, you don't even like each other. Why are you... Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
So there's that. There's tons of pictures of people showing up to people's weddings wearing white.
Classic tacky, yeah.
Classic tacky. Yeah, lots of things along those lines. Inappropriately dressed officiant,
Oh, that can mean a lot of things.
crass invitations. It's incredible. So you're welcome. Have fun perusing that. I have never seen Freegan. I have seen Chucky though, so I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either. I mean, I
Or
grew up. Sounds messed up to say I grew up watching Chucky, but I did.
I mean, whatever.
Good. It was a different time.
We
Like
all have
people
our
didn't think so much
inappropriate,
about, you know.
beloved childhood media.
Yeah, people didn't think so much at that point about what was and wasn't appropriate for the child mind. So yeah, like I
Yeah,
grew up watching all the Chucky movies, but yeah, I never watched Megan. There's more than
I
one of
kind of
those, right? Megans.
yeah, and aren't they going to be so pissed when they get to the third Megan and they already used a 3 in the title?
I know. Ooh, but when they get to 4, yay.
You are right.
But once I make the
Um,
3 an E, otherwise it'll seem like a 34. Yeah.
I had a thought and then I completely lost it. But yeah, enjoy the wedding shaming subreddit. I think you'll have fun there.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me want to go off on a whole tangent about like wedding registries in general anyway.
Please do.
Just because like they're sort of in most cases antiquated at this point.
You
Because
think?
like the entire reason people used to get married at like 18, 20 years old when they had literally nothing,
This is true.
right? Like a lot of people, like especially women, would be living in their parents' houses up until the point that they got married, and then they move out of their parents' house, so they have no appliances, no furniture, none of those things. And so having a wedding registry, or just having wedding presents in general, was important, because how else are you going to be able to afford all these things to stock a new house, living on your own for the first time? But like now, people get married later and later. People already have like their own blenders and whatever kind of stuff they put on registries. And nearly every wedding that I have been to, I don't know, the last 20 years or something, generally the things they're putting on their registries are just like even fancier, more extravagant versions of things that they already have. So it kind of defeats the purpose. Now, it's not me saying like they shouldn't get wedding gifts or anything like that, but I feel like the buying of fancier items seems a little counter to the point of why they were created in the first place. Now, I had one of my good friends got married, I have to think, not quite 50. No, that wasn't long. A little over 10 years ago. And they did something that I thought was a really good idea, because the two of them had been together for many years. They had all their stuff. Like, they've been living together for a long time. They didn't need anything. So what they did instead was they created a registry for their honeymoon where you could buy them things to enhance their honeymoon. Like,
such as?
Because they went to Europe, and so you could buy like something from the list, like tickets to a particular place they wanted to visit, or you could buy them like a nice bottle of wine for dinner one night.
Okay.
And so it had all these kinds of things. Like, that makes more sense to me.
My subsequent question was going to be, how do you feel about the sort of more modern trend of like foregoing like wedding presents and having people like contribute to the honeymoon instead?
Yeah, I mean, to me that makes sense. And
I feel
people
like the older
about
generation would say that's tacky, though. Like, I could see my mom saying that's tacky.
Well, but I think, again, I don't think getting things like they traditionally have done for how many decades upon decades upon decades, it doesn't make sense in the way that it used to. Right? Because again, it had a specific purpose. There was a reason people would do that. It's because they didn't have anything. And now when people have been living together usually for years before they even get married, that seems kind of pointless. And wouldn't that money be better spent on something like, improving their honeymoon? Because honeymoons are expensive, especially if you want to go somewhere nice, and it's like that makes way more sense to me than simply just, I see you already have a coffee maker. Let's get you this somewhat nicer one.
Okay. I mean, from where I stand right now, because Kyle and I do live together, but like the current set of dishes that I have is an incomplete set of dishes that my mother stole from Nazareth College.
Yeah, but you could have better dishes.
I could have better dishes, but the idea of somebody like giving us a full set of dishes, like that does sound kind of nice. Like not having to spend my money on like actual like nice plates, because ours are fucking janky. You've been to my house, you know this. We do not have matching dishware.
Well, the plates and stuff, you don't really have the bowls.
Yeah, mostly missing
you
bowls.
have the one bowl.
Yeah, I have a single bowl.
The single bowl that matches the plates and stuff anyway.
Yeah, we now have more than one
since
bowl.
You moved, Kyle, you now have additional bowls. So that's pretty exciting.
Slipknot or Metallica, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have not delved particularly deep into either of those bands. My knowledge of both of those is pretty surface level. But if I'm being asked to pick between the two of them, Metallica.
I would agree.
Thank you, Kyle.
It is nice that you have multiple bowls now, but there was something very like it would feel very special when I would visit your old place and you'd be like, here, you can use the one bowl. I will use this other thing. We're like, oh, I get to use the bowl.
The bowl. Okay, technically, I have like, I don't know what I would call. I have like they match the plates, but they're like not bowls that I would actually eat like cereal out of or anything. Like they're very small. They're like a little like a side dish is what I would call it. I have like one actual cereal bowl.
Yeah, I think they would often call those like berry bowls or something like that because they're like, you would have like a little. I've heard different terms for them, but that's the one I come across most in my dad's antique store.
Love that.
So I don't know if that's an old timey thing, maybe, now that I think about it. But
back to the wedding thing, I gotta say, I am pro having people contribute to the honeymoon, because again, that shit's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And frankly, I think the boomer notion that it's tacky is kind of ridiculous.
Well, I mean, honestly, I like the idea of paying for specific experiences rather than just giving straight money, because it does communicate sort of like that thoughtfulness. Like, I wanted to think about this thing from the list that I thought you would, like the best, that would enhance things. And then when they're experiencing that thing, they get to think about you.
This is true.
Right? I believe, again, this was like, it had to have been like 12 years ago, this was. But if I'm remembering correctly, I got them like a really fancy bottle of wine for like their dinner on their first night of the honeymoon. I can't remember how much it was, but I was like, I would never drink wine this expensive. I wouldn't appreciate it enough,
That's fair.
But, it was kind of nice then knowing that they were going to have that dinner that first night and get to drink this like wine that they would never otherwise get to drink, because they're not going to spend that kind of money on wine either. Right. And then knowing that while they're drinking it, they're like, oh, Sarah got us this. Like, that's nice. Other than instead of just, I gave you an envelope with some cash in it,
This is true.
So I do like that aspect of it.
Okay, tangential. What do you think is the most you would spend on a bottle of wine?
God, I don't have the palate to appreciate something expensive.
You don't think?
So it'd be a waste.
That's fair.
I don't know. I mean, if somebody told me in advance, this wine is really good, and they knew my taste, and they were like, you would really like it, I could see maybe doing like 50.
Okay. I don't know if I really have an answer to this, because frankly, I'm not much of a wine person. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
No, but yeah.
Would we like to
stop ranting with that now.
we like to get to the first thing that I have on the list for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So the question that I conveniently made a banner for is,
Yeah,
would you rather, this is from a video I found on Instagram that I'm going to link in the description when this goes up formally. Would you rather have to fight a kangaroo twice a year or explain social media to a medieval peasant every morning? What?
I still had the video open on my phone. I was looking to see the username. Fluff Cups is the username.
Sure. Oh, god damn it. Did it again.
And the video that auto-played right after it had a jumping spider on it. Oh god. They're so cute.
Jumping spider, as far as spiders go, they're pretty cute.
I really wanted to watch it, but I put it down.
I'm so proud of you. So what do we think? Would you rather have to fight a kangaroo twice a year or explain social media to a medieval peasant every morning?
So first of all, I will say I have way too many questions and like would need specifics, but
I will do my best to give them to you.
Well, so first of all, how long do you have to fight said kangaroo? Like, is it just
until there's a winner, whatever that means?
So either like one of you has to knock the other out?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like that means there's a clear winner. Wouldn't you say?
I suppose, but you're definitely risking brain damage.
I mean, yeah, kangaroo, like, have you seen those things? They are
when
muscular.
They do like the kicks with their back legs, they jump up in the air and
they'll fuck you up.
They could kill you actually.
Most likely. Actually, let's Google kangaroo-related deaths.
Oh god. Sounds like a Pandora's nightmare box.
Kangaroo-related deaths per year, Australia. I take this with a grain of salt because it's from the stupid ass AI overview. Kangaroo-related deaths average about 2 to 3 per year in Australia. Almost all these fatalities are the result of motor vehicle collisions rather than direct physical attacks from the animals.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, I guess I hadn't really thought about like hitting them with cars, but I suppose that would be a thing.
I mean, I know I know this is a US / places where there are deer thing. Like, people have died like in car collisions with deer, with like having a deer
absolutely
windshield and shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, hitting a large enough animal is gonna, and especially like, again, I always think about the bull moose in Maine that are, it's a brick wall. That is a brick wall with legs.
Yeah. Yep. Them shits are huge.
Oh, interesting. I Googled if they could kill humans. There are only a couple of confirmed cases of a kangaroo directly killing a person in Australia. Like in history.
Okay, so I'm feeling better about the chances were I to pick that option now.
Yeah, although I wonder about the circumstances of those, because probably most people are not intentionally trying to fight a kangaroo until one of them gets knocked out. I have
seen a video of a guy punching a kangaroo in the face because it was bothering his dog, or like it had his dog.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you're like legitimately provoking a kangaroo, like for the purposes of a fight, that might be different. I mean, just because they don't frequently kill people doesn't mean they don't have the capacity to. It might be that they're typically not provoked to the point where they need to protect themselves. But if you're going and punching kangaroos, they might fight harder than they typically would, you know? I would assume that, like most animals, they just had to, like, stay out of our way and hope we stay out of theirs.
Yeah.
So
much of a bitch as I think it would be, oh man, I don't know, because I'm like trying to think about one of the sub points I have for this is, how would you even begin to explain social media to a medieval peasant?
Oh yeah, so then the question's about that. Um, one, is it the same peasant every day?
I don't.
Two,
I'm going to say no.
do they have to actually understand it? Like, do you have to keep explaining it until they understand what you're trying to explain? And relatedly, do you have to explain it correctly?
Excuse me. Define explain it correctly. Like, what would
you just make things up?
you could? I mean, you could just make things up, but I'm gonna say that they have to understand it, and you do have to explain it correctly.
So who knows how long that could potentially take, and how long it would take would vary depending on how smart
Yeah.
peasant is. I was trying to think of a good way to put it, but
Yeah.
if they're dumb, it's going to take a long time.
I mean, I also don't know how you would measure the intelligence of a medieval peasant.
Well, you obviously couldn't measure their intelligence by modern standards. It would have to be by medieval standards.
Yeah.
Just kind of, peasant
God,
aptitude.
Every morning, though.
Yeah, I mean, so all of that being said, I would probably pick the kangaroo.
I think I would as well.
Because, and actually this does tie back to something we have talked about not super long ago, it's the frequency part of things.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like having to do the same thing day in and day out.
Gonna drive you
no matter
nuts.
what it was. Yeah. Right. This is when we were talking about the the once a day.
Your subconscious gets flashbacked by Cars 2.
Yeah. Right. And so, and like, how long could you last? And that was the same point I brought up then. It's like, I think people tend to underestimate if you have the same thing that you have to do every single day that is like that tedious or that disruptive or whatever it is, that will wear you down, I think, worse than you probably expect.
Okay. Yeah, that does make sense.
And so, like, I could see if you are trying to explain social media to a medieval peasant, like, the first couple of times, it's not going to be, it's like, okay, this is a little frustrating because they don't have the, right base of knowledge. But then by day 6, 7, 20, 50.
Yeah.
I think I would start questioning my will to live, to like get out of bed in the morning, to exist as a person if it meant having to keep doing this. Whereas the kangaroo, it does have the capacity to horrifically maim and injure me, maybe even kill me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, another question. Do we get to use weapons?
No. Okay. Bare knuckle, baby.
I feel like in that respect, the kangaroo does have an unfair advantage.
Yeah, yeah.
How much do kangaroos weigh?
That is a very good question.
Not a thing I've ever thought about before. I really autocomplete changed it to how much kangaroos are in Australia.
Sure.
No, I do not want your grammatically incorrect autocomplete. 200 pounds for the largest.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, I mean, it varies depending on the kind of kangaroo. That's interesting.
I didn't know there was more than one kind of kangaroo.
Red kangaroos, eastern gray kangaroo, western gray kangaroo.
Huh.
Yeah. And they're including wallabies in this, but obviously it's not a wallaby. That would be nice though, because you could totally take a wallaby.
How much smaller is? Now gotta Google what.
They're like 3.5 pounds according to this.
Aww. Wait, what?
That's the smallest species of wallabies.
Wallaby. But... Show me. Oh my god. They're so cute.
Have you not looked at wallabies before?
No. Or like not like I just assumed that I didn't know what I thought they looked like.
They're like miniature kangaroos essentially.
Yeah, they're like a tiny kangaroo. Aw. That's so cute.
I mean, I think I mostly am familiar with wallabies because I grew up watching Rocko's Modern Life.
I wasn't allowed to watch that.
Yeah. Because Rocko is a wallaby. So
Mm.
there's that. So yeah, could totally take a wallaby, but obviously that's not going to happen.
I wouldn't want to take a wallaby.
Well, I mean, if that were in part of this, right, and you literally
Yeah.
had to keep fighting until one of you wins, like,
Yeah.
I can do that. I mean, I wouldn't like it. I mean, I don't like
No,
the
I
idea of
wouldn't
fighting
either.
any animal. I'd almost rather the animal take. Honestly, now that I think about it, I'd probably just let the kangaroo punch me out because I couldn't bring myself to try to hurt it. Unless it was a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I mean,
like
that kangaroo that was gripping that guy's dog kind of seemed like an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, not that I have known any kangaroos personally, but definitely when I see them like in the media, especially like news and stuff like that, they are very dickish.
Yeah, they don't seem like particularly nice animals.
No, like they just fuck with people just to do it. So if it were like instigating, and being that way, maybe it would bother me less to try to hit them. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
What
if
do
I
you
have
think your
anything to hurt an
kangaroo?
animal.
What do you think your kangaroo fighting technique would be?
I feel like I need to know more about how kangaroos move. Because, like, I don't know why my first thought was, can they turn around super quickly? Because if not, I'm going to try to get behind them.
That's probably smart. I was going to say that I'd open with a roundhouse kick to the head.
See, I feel like that would leave you too open.
That
thing is going to punch you.
All right.
I feel like you got to get more wily with it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can like attack them directly.
No.
So the largest species of kangaroo, when they're standing fully upright, 6.5 feet tall.
Jesus Christ.
So you can't reach it, Ted.
Yeah, I can't reach that.
That's terrifying.
That is kind of terrifying.
Oh, God.
Man.
And now I'm seeing a picture, a giant 9-foot tall kangaroo spotted in Australia.
No shit.
Nip. Ooh, is the kangaroo male or female? That makes a big difference in size and weight.
I'm going to say it's random, so...
It's
a different kangaroo every time.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to keep hurting the same kangaroo.
Yeah.
Well, because this graphic here, so the red kangaroo, which is the big one, right, is like 200 pounds on average. The female, 88.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a big difference.
Like, I far outweigh a female red kangaroo.
Yeah, I could probably take a female red kangaroo.
Yeah, I think that would work to my advantage. Oh, I didn't look at their height, though. Because I feel like I gotta be taller than them at 88 pounds. Right?
Probably.
How tall are female red kangaroos? Man, my search history is just, oh my goodness. Between 3.5 and 5 feet tall.
Oh, I could take that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to, but I could.
Yeah. So I suppose what that does sort of point to, though, is that because you are fighting a different kangaroo every time, sometimes, and presumably different species. So at worst, you're going to get a male red kangaroo that's 6.5 feet tall and 200 pounds. But
that might not be every time.
Yeah, I mean, statistically, it can't be because there's multiple species, and every species has females, which are going to be smaller. So yeah, you might totally get your ass handed to you by a male red kangaroo, and then the next time it's a female, and you can look down at her and just be like, sorry, babe.
Yeah. So I guess I would have to go with the kangaroo.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say I would like it. And
no.
I would imagine, because we're assuming this is like a for life kind of thing. And you're going to be so disfigured by the end of your life.
Yeah, it's not going to end well.
Like, you'll probably survive it, but you're not going to be pretty.
No.
I mean, with the medieval peasants, you get to keep your looks, but not your sanity. So this is a debate between what's more important, your physical appearance or your mental health.
I mean, I guess my mental health, like, I'm not gonna, like, here's the thing. This is one of my toxic traits. I know this about myself. I'm kind of vain. I will admit that. But my mental health is more important to me.
Yeah, I would rather be, you know, relatively happy and disfigured.
Yeah.
Than to still look the same, but then not want to get out of bed every morning. Because I'm like, oh God, the next peasant. Yeah. Oh my God. Do you think there's like an equivalent of boomer peasants, and is that somehow like worse? Like, would Probably. It be worse to explain social media to like a medieval peasant in their 60s? They probably did. There aren't many of them. They would have died well before them. But you know, whatever the equivalent is, versus like a child medieval peasant.
I feel like the child medieval peasant, like their brain is still going to be more flexible,
like stretchier. Yeah.
Yeah. But so what I want to talk about now is genuinely, like, how would you even begin to explain social media to a medieval peasant? Like, what approach are you going to take?
Because they have to understand the concept of computers and the internet before they can understand social media, really. Because you can't just say like, oh, well, it's this thing that allows you to like connect with other people. And,
yeah. Like, it's so hard to even,
you know, because they're like, but how do you even do that?
Yeah.
It's like, well, so we created these objects that are like little windows into the world. And they allow us to see things and hear things and experience things and connect to people who are far away. And
I'm with you so far.
There is something through this window that we get to look at, which is basically all these images and thoughts and ideas and creations of other people all around the world.
Okay.
And some of these are going to be people we know, like friends and family who are near to us or far away. But a lot of them are also going to be people we don't know personally, but will create things to put out there for others to experience through their little boxes.
Honestly, like, that's a good start as far as I'm concerned. I don't think that's half bad.
Yeah, I mean, that'd probably be how I'd go about it. Understanding, like, the basic concept of we have these objects, and these objects are windows. And then this is the kind of thing we can see through these windows. And that is social media.
I like it. All right. Do we have anything else to say about this? Because I have a tier list for us next.
Yeah, no, I'm actually now surprised at how easy that was to try to explain that. I thought it was going to be impossible, but that only took me like a minute.
There you go. Okay.
Well, it's a lot easier than I thought it would be. Okay.
So the next thing I have is something that I found on TierMaker.
All of a sudden, I can't hear you.
Oh, no.
I don't know if it's just me. Like, I can tell that you're saying things, but it's real quiet and like muffled. I don't know.
How about now?
Me. Oh, okay, there you are. That was weird.
Okay, so let me pull this up.
Yeah, I saw like on the document like what kind of tier list it is, but I didn't look at it because I want to be surprised about what the items are. I mean, I can guess what some of them will be, but
okay, let me put that over there. Present.
I don't know if in the things I couldn't hear you said what it is already, but
it is a college party alcohol tier list. And this is kind of like, here, hold on, let me add that to stage. So the person who made this says, all the beer, wine, spirits, seltzers, and other drinks that I see at my college. So this is based on somebody's personal experience, but I thought it was a pretty good overall of like the kind of beverages one would find at college parties. So since you're a college professor and I'm a person who's been to college, we're going to rank these.
Well, I don't know that my role as a college professor has anything to do with this.
I mean, you've also been to college.
Yeah, I was going to say that would make more sense. We have been to college then.
So
I don't know what the kids drink these days.
I don't actually. I know one of the things that the kids drink these days, and that is on the list, and they are called Borgs, like BORG, and I think it stands for something.
As in Star Trek?
No, not as in Star Trek. Hold on. Google, show me these guys' balls, please.
I was there's a gas station down the street from me that I went to for the first time ever the other day. They have those giant buzz balls that look like they hold several gallons. Yeah. Just seeing them in person, I swear they're the size of basketballs. Just seeing them is like jarring.
This is the first definition that pops up on Google. A Borg, which is a blackout rage gallon, is a homemade alcoholic drink typically made in a gallon jug with vodka, water, and flavor enhancers like electrolytes or caffeine, popular on college campuses as a way to drink throughout the day.
So it is a less healthy version of jungle juice.
Yeah, it's like your own personal.
Because at least jungle juice you get fruit.
This is true. And jungle juice is on this list. But so that's a Borg.
God, we should make jungle juice next time we're in the same place.
We fucking should.
I can't remember the last time I had it.
One of the frats at Geneseo had the best jungle juice. I don't remember which one it was. I remember it was blue.
Well, I mean, because it's technically, it's like you can put anything in it. It's like saying a casserole, you know?
Yeah, you can do whatever with
jungle juice, yeah. Yeah, so it can be anything. But generally, every time I've had it, people have put like fresh fruit in it, and then you get to eat the boozy fruit.
Mm-hmm. Good shit.
Yeah.
Also, there was one frat that, in addition to having kegs of beer, they would also have kegs of like cheap cider. That was awesome.
By the way, I can't remember if I have brought this up before, but back in the day, perhaps before I was of legal drinking age, when the people I know would make jungle juice, they would, because I grew up right on the border with West Virginia and Pennsylvania, but Everclear was legal in West Virginia.
Nice.
And so they always made it with Everclear. So they would go across and somehow obtain this, because none of us were of age, you know, and this Everclear is 95% alcohol.
Yeah, that shit's terrifying.
It's like, it's rubbing alcohol. Yeah, and so they would get that, and then get like an empty cooler, and then just pour all the Everclear in there, and then just throw in a bunch of other stuff, and yeah.
Yeah, Sprite is always good in jungle juice.
Oh man, now I really want to make some.
We'll have fun next time we're in the same place. Okay, I don't even know what the first one is. Like, I can't see. What comes in a green bottle?
That's what I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what? I wonder. This has never occurred to me before. I wonder if I can easily find the same tier list and I can see it better.
Search college party alcohol on TierMaker.
So I wonder if that will be helpful. Yes, I think this is it. Go away. Yes. Okay, I have it.
Wonderful.
Not that it has helped me that much, because it is not that much bigger. I'm going to like get very close to this monitor here. Looks like it starts with an M, maybe? I don't know.
Let's skip that. Absolute vodka.
I think that's got to be a high.
It has a lot of uses. Like, it's not the best quality vodka in the world, but like,
no,
you're gonna take shots, fine. Good for mixing with a lot of different things.
My recollection is that it was a little cheaper than some of the others too.
Just a touch.
But I don't remember. I mean, to be fair, we weren't that fancy. We would just get whatever, like, you know, bottom barrel brand.
Because here's the thing. Absolute is still glass bottle vodka, and like, that's a step up if you're in college.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I remember getting Gilby vodka. That was a thing. That name always stuck with me. Like,
the shitty vodka that was popular in Geneseo was called Recipe 21. That shit was disgusting.
Nice. I have a bottle of peppermint schnapps in my office on campus called Thunder 101 that has never been opened.
Why do you have a
It was a
bottle of
gift
peppermint
from
schnapps in your office?
when I successfully defended. It was either my candidacy. It was my candidacy exam when I was in grad school. One of my friends gave it to me,
That's so
and so
nice.
it's just kind of like moved from office to office, from like my grad school office to my office in Maine, and now it's just still in the same boxes. And I'm like, I'm not allowed to have that on campus. It's never been opened, so it's not like I'm drinking it, you know.
Yeah. I
But
think the vodka belongs in the A tier because it's not like the best thing you can possibly get, but like it's versatile.
yeah, there are definitely. I would agree with that. There are definitely way better ones, but I think it is a good kind of general purpose. Yeah.
I would agree. What do we think of your classic Angry Orchard?
Honestly, not a big fan of that kind of stuff.
I liked it in
It's too sweet
college.
to me.
Like, it's fine.
Yeah, are we thinking about this with our current palettes or at the time palettes?
I'm gonna say like a weighted average of both. Like, I respect the Angry Orchard for what she did for me in the early 2020s
Yeah.
and the late teens, but am I into that shit now? Not at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I ever drank that. Like I don't think it was a thing really when I was in college that I remember anyway. At the time I probably would have liked it, but now it's kind of, especially just the regular like unflavored, just straight.
Yeah.
Kind of boring.
I'm gonna put her right in because again, I respect her. She did some good things for me.
Yeah.
But we have parted ways.
Okay. I was gonna say C, but I'm fine with that.
Good old fashioned Bacardi.
Same sort of thing, I guess, is Absolute.
Yeah.
Although honestly, I tend toward Bacardi more than Absolute.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, one of the things we would do when I was in college is we would go down to the vending machines and get like sodas out of there with our meal plan, take a couple sips, and then just dump in alcohol. Rum and Coke. Not bad.
Oh yeah, no, it's super it is super easy to, honestly, that's probably going to be one of the biggest factors with a lot of the liquors is like how easily can you mix them with things and how many things do they mix with.
Yep.
Because yeah, definitely rum and Coke was one of the easy ones, but I also like it's so easy to mix it with like fruity kind of things too.
Oh yeah,
and be like, look, I'm fancy, you know,
tropical beverage,
like pineapple juice or something.
Yeah.
So fancy.
I think this could also be a B. Or not a B, an A, rather.
An A, I was going to say, yeah, I feel like A was my instinct on that one as well.
I'm not 100% sure what this is. I believe it is a boxed wine, like one of those wine coolers of some sort, like the really like sugary flavored ones.
I see the picture behind it says raspberry with 2 Z's.
Yeah, which tells me all I need to know, honestly.
I would assume it's like a Boone's Farm type thing.
What is that?
Oh, it's like the I guess it's, I don't know if it's technically considered wine, but it's like all these fruity flavors and they sell it with the wine. But it's like super cheap, like real it's considered like a tacky drink.
Okay.
Actually, I wonder if Boone's Farm is on here. I don't see it.
Even when I was in college, I was never really into that shit. I tried something along those lines once when we were hanging out after a stream and we were like, oh, let's play games and have some drinks. And it made me sick. So
I don't remember that.
I do. So well, frankly, yeah, that's a D from me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the specific product, so it's kind of hard to say, but if it's like an overly sweet kind of wine, any product that spells raspberry with 2 Z's like that, I'm out.
That's fair.
Unless it's Four Loko.
Unless it's Four Lokos on here. Do we want to talk about that right now while we're on the subject?
Somebody the other day just asked me what's wrong with me, because every time I'm always like, oh my god, this is horrific. I hate it so much. I must have it. Or what? And she's like, why do you do She's like, why do you always feel like you have to have the things or love the things you hate? I don't know what it is. Like, it's like I can't distinguish between positivity or negativity. It just creates an intense emotion, and I'm drawn to that.
Here's the thing
I hate
about
Four Loko.
Four Loko. Like, it's awful. It's terrible.
No, it's
but like
horrific.
90%
there are no redeeming qualities.
Of the time when I have been drinking Four Loko, have I been having fun? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because it's not, you don't drink Four Loko for the taste. It's
you
sort
drink
of
it
like
for the result.
That, and I think like the vibes. You know, just like
it has a very unhinged vibe.
Yeah, just the very like concept that you are drinking Four Loko.
It's like trashy fun, you know?
Yeah, and I think something about the fact that it's so gross like enhances the experience.
Yeah, in a weird way.
Because it's like, oh yeah, I could drink this thing that I drink all the time. It's fine, I enjoy it. But then you're just kind of sipping a beverage, but you have a visceral reaction.
Very visceral.
And I think it just shakes things up in a way that makes it more fun.
It really kind of does. So do we think that belongs in an S or an A?
Honestly, I kind of want to go S.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it.
Because, just again, being very clear, it's not about the taste.
No, it's about the vibe. It is about the end result and the vibe.
Yeah. That wasn't a thing when I was in college, but man, we would have drank the shit out of that if it was.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. You know, some of the Europeans that are over here for the World Cup are discovering the like full caffeine Four Lokos that we still have.
Oh God.
Yeah.
They're gonna die.
I know. PBR.
I feel like we've kind of talked about this before, that it's like it is a good college drinking beer.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing.
Or
like
even just
my favorite like mass-produced kind of cheap beer, both in college and currently, is on here.
Yeah.
So like there's that. But PBR has never done me wrong.
You say we drank PBR not that long ago.
Yeah, for Drunken Disorderly.
No, at Guar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say that was just like 3 months ago.
I could put her in an A. Yeah, yeah. She's never done me wrong. She's never done me dirty.
Yeah. I don't know. I could go A or B, honestly.
Let's balance it out a little then and go B.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Okay.
By the way,
up next is the Borg.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what that was. Never had it.
Here's the thing. I've never had it. It sounds fun as fuck.
It sounds like a worse jungle juice, though.
But like your own personal jungle juice. You could put fruit in it. No one's gonna stop you.
Well, no, because they said it was like a big gallon container. You each make your own gallon container. Is that the idea?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that makes it even less fun because it's not like a communal beverage where you all get to fuck with each other by putting weird stuff in it.
I respect the notion of the Borg. I think that's I respect the younger generation for getting creative with their drinking in that way.
I don't know that it's creative, though. People just been mixing shit all the time. They just didn't give it a name like that.
I suppose. So where do you think it belongs?
I don't know. I'm unimpressed by it. Because it's not...
See?
Yeah. To me, it's not anything creative or interesting or,
Mm-hmm.
Because we do that stuff all the time. We just didn't give it a name, it's not really a cohesive thing.
This appears to be a brand of hard seltzer. I am not sure which one it is.
No.
I mean, I'm fine with a hard seltzer.
Yeah, so maybe we just do the concept of hard seltzer in general.
Because there's Trulies specifically on here, which again, I'm also just fine with.
Oh, I see White Claw there at the end too.
Oh yeah. There's something about the energy of a White Claw, I will say.
I do enjoy a White
Like,
Claw meme.
love a White Claw. Because with White Claw specifically, you are getting white girl wasted. And that is a very specific vibe.
Yeah, I see them all equally, and I don't really care for any of them. I prefer flavor
Understandable.
in my beverages.
That's fair. Um okay. So C maybe for this
Sure.
one, that this brand I don't recognize. Um Budweiser.
Yeah, they're too
I'm
small.
kind of not here for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think honestly we could even, and feel free to disagree, but I feel like we could even talk about and lump together like Budweiser and Busch,
Okay.
and some of these other ones like at once.
Yeah. All right. Um Budweiser's kind of a no for me. Bush, not here for it. For whatever reason, my sister
They're
fucking was.
Yeah, those are kind of the same to me, like
Yeah.
level wise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see if there are others on here I would lump together with those. I mean, honestly, Natty,
Natty is gross.
but I would kind of put it in the same.
Yeah, like piss water. My favorite college beer, though, and currently one of my favorite mass-produced beers, Mick Ultra, baby.
Was wondering if that was it.
That's what we used at my house senior year. That's what we would always get because, like, it's decently cheap. You can get a lot of it at once, and honestly, it tastes pretty good.
I don't know that I've ever actually had any because I don't really drink that stuff. Mostly
That's
when
fair.
I've had it, like any of the mass-produced beers, is because I was already drunk and somebody offered one to me, or I've been out like at a venue and that was all they had.
Mm-hmm.
And usually they have PBR, and so that's what I lean toward. So I don't know that I've ever actually had it.
So where do we want to put just like mass-produced beer? Because they've also got like Rolling Rock and Heineken, which not much difference between those two to me.
And I honestly don't know that I've technically had either of those either.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I know
yeah, so like
some people in my family are fans of the Rolling Rock, like some of my aunts and uncles.
I might want to say like C because I feel like PBR is better than those.
You think? Yeah, okay.
Out of all the mass-produced beers that I've had, PBR is the one that I can tolerate the most.
Okay. I'm gonna put Mick Ultra up in a B as well, just because fond memories. Oh, they got Modelo on here too, which honestly, I'll drink a Modelo right now.
Again, I don't know that I've actually had it.
It's not a bad choice in my humble opinion, but Corona, it's whatever. Nothing special.
Yeah, that doesn't really have much in the way of flavor.
No, it really doesn't. What other beer do they have on here? I think that's it. Oh wait, no. Actually, you know what? The Natty Light can go in D. It deserves to be there.
Could think about what it's doing.
Yeah, exactly. Buzz balls.
I've somehow never had one.
They're like kind of like it's a similar energy to the Four Loko,
like
but like a little less chaotic. Like they're fun. I'll tell you that. They don't taste that good, but they are fun.
That makes it somehow seem less fun if they're not as chaotic.
I mean,
yeah.
Like, if a Four Loko is like, I'm trying to like think of different like chaoticness levels to describe here. Like, a Four Loko is like setting off fireworks inside somebody's house.
Sure.
A buzzball is like when you put those little poppers under the toilet seat.
Okay. Sure.
If that conjures any feelings for you.
I mean, it seems as though you have had it, so I will defer to you.
They're not that. I'll put them in a B. They're fun.
Okay. They're obviously not Four Loko tier.
No, they're not Four Loko tier. Captain Morgan.
I do enjoy, and now that I'm thinking of it, I kind of like this idea of talking about like the similar liquors at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, um, I mean, we already did talk about Bacardi, but that's very different than a spiced rum.
This is true. And there's also Malibu,
Um,
which is like the coconut rum specifically.
yeah. But I'm just kind of looking ahead and seeing like some of the whiskeys and stuff and thinking about like, but
I remember doing a
um,
shot of Malibu out of one of the frat houses had the owl, which was like one of those owls that's supposed to scare away birds, and it had this little divot in the bottom of the like plastic molding where you could fit a shot
mhm.
glass. And I
Sure.
took a shot of Malibu from the owl. I think that was the first frat party where I ever got sick. I distinctly remember like being on the front porch and throwing up over the railing at this house.
Yep. That'll do it.
That will fucking do it. So what do we think about the remaining rum on this list, the Captain Morgan and the Malibu?
So those are two very different things. I do enjoy, I mean, in a very broad sense, enjoy Captain Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's something that does have its purposes,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think it's as versatile and fun, especially if we're talking about like college drinking as a Malibu.
I agree.
Because we definitely, oh man, we drank the hell out of some coconut rum.
Mm-hmm. Like girly drinks are so fun.
Yeah. That was
They're
probably
so fun.
that was probably one of the like most common things we drank was coconut rum.
You want to put that in an A?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
All right.
As far
Where
as
do we
college
think-
alcohol goes,
Where do we think the Captain Morgan belongs?
Captain Morgan. I almost want to say like a C or a B.
Let's go C.
Okay.
There seem to be various tequilas on here. We've got the Jose Cuervo. This is the Don Julio or whatever, the one that comes in the round bottle with the funky cork.
Oh yeah.
I've never been much of a tequila girl.
Here's the thing. I did drink, of course, very cheap tequila because too easy. We drank a lot of Screwdrivers.
Love a good screwdriver.
That's so easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just get the orange juice and you get the vodka and you put them in and it's like a drink, right? And then you can be like, it's healthy, vitamin C.
Exactly.
So when we wanted to be fancy, we would make a tequila sunrise.
Because
that's also
the only third thing is
orange
grenadine.
juice and liquor. But then the grenadine, yeah, makes it fancy.
Like, ooh, it's a real cocktail.
Yeah. So when we were feeling fancy, we would get the cheap tequila.
I love it.
So definitely did drink that a decent amount. But I think I have had tequila many, many times in my life, especially in margaritas.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly think nothing good happens when you drink tequila.
It never ends well.
Like, the sickest I have ever been while drinking has almost always happened when I've been drinking tequila.
Yeah. So do we want to put her in a C or a D?
What was that? C or what?
C or D.
Well, C at least.
Okay.
Because I do think tequila has its... Because I'm thinking about margaritas. You can't have margaritas without tequila.
I do enjoy a margarita.
I had a mango margarita a couple weeks ago.
Ooh. Actually, there's a run of various different vodkas down here that we haven't talked about.
Yeah.
We got the Smirnoff, the Svedka, and the Tito's. And here's the thing. I like the Tito's because it comes in that big-ass handle. Like, that was good for your money in college.
Yeah, but I don't recall it being good quality.
Yeah, it's not the best.
I mean, I still, to this day, usually get Smirnoff for whatever reason. Just out of habit, I guess.
I usually here's the thing. I'm a fancy lady. I look for the Russian standard, but Smirnoff's pretty good. Svedka's fine. That's what I have in my freezer right now.
But in my mind, I would put Smirnoff and Svedka higher than Tito's.
I would agree. We want to go A and then B.
Yeah. Because one thing I do like about like a Smirnoff or a Svedka, or just, you know, kind of like a vodka like that in general, it does mix well with a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like rosemary lemonade.
Oh, yeah. I love that
I made
shit.
that in a while.
We got to do that again. I'm going to come in with a hot take.
3/4 alcohol.
It really could be. That shit is amazing. I'm going to come in with a hot take here. Ciroc is overrated.
You know, I can't say that I've actually had it that I recall. I'm sure I've had it in something, maybe.
Yeah, I probably have too. I've like never like, no one's been like, hey, we're doing shots of Ciroc specifically, but
yeah,
I don't know, it's one of those things where I kind of feel like you're paying for a name. Like rappers are always dropping it in verses, like who's sipping on Ciroc or whatever. It's whatever.
Which seems weird that would then be like something you drink in college, because it sounds too fancy for a college student in that way.
Mm-hmm. B, C, what do we think?
Again, I don't know that I don't know what it tastes like.
So let's mid for the reasons of not having tried it.
Okay.
Here's another, I can't tell what these three are. Here's another thing I've never had in my life, Hennessy.
I don't recall. I feel like I have at some point, but I don't like specifically recall.
What even is it? Like, what kind of liquor is Hennessy?
It's a cognac.
Oh, that's too fancy for college kids.
Yeah. Which I don't know why in my head a cognac is like sort of like a sweeter liquor. I don't know if that's true.
No,
because I think about it as like a dessert kind of, you know, like something you drink after dinner. But I don't know where I have that in my head from.
Sure.
No, I want to Google what cognac is.
Sure. I'm fine with letting this episode run long. We haven't had a little overtime in a hot minute.
Oh, it's just giving me now the definition of like, well, technically it has to come from this specific region in France to be a real cognac.
Shut up.
Which I get it, but like, that's obviously not what I care about. But a cognac is a type of brandy, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any brandies on that? I don't think there's brandy on there in general, except for...
Again, I feel like that's way too fancy.
Yeah. Okay, a liquor made from a fruit.
That's so helpful.
In this case, French wine grapes. Then how is that different than wine? You know what? I don't care.
Whatever. We can leave that and come back to it, because I have feelings about everything else that's coming up. Like,
I don't.
High Noon. Yeah. As far as seltzer goes, not that great. Not a lot of flavor.
Oh, that's a seltzer? I thought it was one of those canned cocktails. I haven't actually.
High Noon seltzer. They're fine.
I haven't had one, but again, I've already stated my stance on seltzers in general.
Jack Daniels, however, flavor. Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, if we're getting into the whiskeys, which are there other whiskeys?
I can't tell what these three are. There's Fireball.
Yeah. I'm trying to tell what some of these are, and I can't. So I don't know what, like... Yeah, it's really impossible to tell what some of these are.
So I think Jack Daniels belongs in the A tier, because again, like, you can do a fair amount with some Jack Daniels.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, definitely Jack Daniels, and I was trying to see if there were other, like, whiskeys on there, because, like, I would also put in, like, a Jim Beam, and like Wild Turkey, Southern Comfort.
Mm.
Those were some of my top liquors.
Love that.
Still are, frankly. But like what you said before about like the Coke, we would do that, but with whiskey, and we called it Quisky.
Love it.
Yeah, so we just like drink a little bit out of a bottle and then, you know, fill it back up the rest of the way with like Southern Comfort. Oh, man, I miss SoCo.
Mike's
yeah,
hard.
these are very high up for me. Oh. I definitely drank a lot of that in college.
I
probably couldn't stand it now.
That's fair.
That was the first thing I ever drank at a frat party in college.
Oh, I love that for you.
We were at this frat party and I ran into my orientation guide and I was like, oh shit, you know, like I felt like I was going to be in trouble somehow, you know? And she was like, oh, you guys aren't drinking anything. What do you want? Do you want some Mike's?
I love that.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. That was fantastic.
Sometimes at some of the frats in Geneseo, you could Venmo people for Jello shots.
Interesting. That didn't exist when I was in college. But so Mike's has like the nostalgic factor for me a little bit. Like I haven't had it in years. I'm sure I couldn't stand it now.
Do we want to put that in a B?
Yeah,
just for the
I
memories.
think that's fair. Yeah.
We got 2 of the Barefoots right here. Actually, 3 of them.
I was gonna say, yeah.
As far as like, I didn't do a ton of wine drinking in college, but when I did,
I didn't either.
Barefoot kind of hit. Like, again, it's cheap wine. It's not that great, but like,
that's honestly still like a kind that I will occasionally get even now. I mean, I don't drink a lot of wine, but like if I'm like cooking something that calls for wine, like a nice risotto or something, which I haven't done in a while, but you know, that or I can't think of the other one that I often get. But
no, I feel it.
Don't want the kangaroo.
Yellowtail.
Yeah, that's the primary kind I get. Yeah, I mean, I want to say like a C, maybe.
That's fair. I think these belong here.
I'm just randomly throwing these up in the tier. S tier.
S tier. No question about it. Put some fucking Kool-Aid, put some Sprite, put some fucking whatever in there. Have a good time.
And it's a lot like Four Loko as well, where it isn't. Jungle Juice generally, I feel like, tastes better than Four Loko.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's similar to Four Loko in the sense that the vibes are such a big part of it. Like, because you can really use any big container. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. We always use empty coolers.
See, they would use plastic storage bins, Jenny.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. But, like, literally any large plastic container. I liked the cooler because it could actually keep it kind of colder.
Yeah, that is nice.
And you had a lid to close. It would keep stuff from falling in it, so that was nice. But, yeah, it is the vibes of, like, there are no rules. You can just put whatever you want in it. And then everybody's drinking the same thing. And you get the fruit aspect, which is always one of my favorite things. And yeah, like we would sometimes add stuff to it when people weren't looking, and then they would scoop their cup in and get more and be like, what happened to this? We just be sitting there.
Good times.
Yeah. So it's not just a drink, it's an experience.
It is an experience. What about those fucking Seagram's shits? Where it's like the strawberry daiquiri flavored whatever. Like, I don't even know if it counts
there it is.
as beer.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I mean, to me, that fits into the same category of like Mike's and the Smirnoff Ice.
Because here's the thing. One of those Seagram strawberry daiquiri things, first thing I snuck into my dorm freshman year.
Like, I didn't drink Seagram specifically, but there were a lot of similar things like a Smirnoff Ice that were like my go-tos, especially like first year or so of college.
Oh, yeah.
I used to drink a lot of like Sky Blue, which doesn't exist anymore, but like Sky Vodka.
With the 2 Ys?
Yeah.
What was our UV Blue? That was our cheap, shitty blue raspberry vodka. You mix that shit with Sprite. Oh, it was
Yeah, this is all
disgusting,
making
but
me
I
want
loved
to
it.
drink terrible things. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Be for the
I kind of
nostalgia
want to.
factor.
Yeah, I kind of want to lump together Seagram, Smirnoff, and just kind of like the representation of all those kind of like sweet, like girly drinks.
Yeah.
Like dudes wouldn't be caught dead drinking that stuff,
I want to put the White Claws in at least a B for vibes.
I can accept a B.
It's a special kind of white girl
honestly,
wasted.
And in protest though, because I would put them at a C at best.
That's fair. We can put the Trulies in a C though. I don't think they're that great.
Yeah, no. I just hard seltzer in general. If I'm gonna drink, I want to taste it.
What do you think about a Twisted Tea?
I feel like they have their place. Like, I'm not gonna buy them and drink them at home, but if I'm at like an outdoor concert or something, I love a good hard iced tea.
Okay.
Because then it's like, you're drinking iced tea. It's like a nice summery kind of.
A B, perhaps?
I think that's good.
All right. And finally, a favorite of mine from my college years, since we're not going to do these ones that we can't figure out what the hell they are, or we can rank the Hennessy if we want. Having never had it, though, I don't know if there's any
it's
point
kind
to
of
that.
Pointless. Yeah.
Fireball.
I know you love it. I don't care for it.
Here's the thing.
You
It's
tried
shitty.
to make me do shots of it so many times. I think I did maybe once or twice, and then I just like, no, I'm not doing that more.
Like, it's not good, but also, like, when you're in college, that shit hits so hard, man.
See, we never drank that. That was just not a thing. Again, we had all these cheap liquors. Maybe because there's not really a cheap equivalent. We didn't buy anything name brand. Like, never. Like,
That's
if
fair.
you tried to be like, oh, yeah, I got, like, Svedka vodka, people would be like, oh, look at you, fancy pants. And they would just make fun of you relentlessly. Yeah.
Interesting. That wasn't quite the culture at Geneseo when I was there.
Yeah.
I will accept a B or a C. Where do you think it belongs?
See, here's the thing. It doesn't really mix with things, which I feel like is
not mix with things. Again, if you are in college and you're doing like fucking shot skis and shit, it's great for that.
But a lot of these things have gotten ranked higher because they mix well with things. So I think this is actually a detriment that it doesn't really mix.
This is very true. You do make an excellent point.
So I kind of want to say C.
Okay, I'll allow it. But here is our final college party alcohol tier list.
We did skip over. I don't know that name brand, but that second one from the right, so the third one over, is a dry gin I saw.
Oh, I don't fuck with gin.
Hate gin.
Terrible.
Can we just put that in the D? Just
D. Yep, absolutely.
Man, I hate gin.
Is awful.
I had this friend in college who was like obsessed with it, and he would only get like, I can't remember what brand it was, but like some really nice brand of gin. And so when he was still underage and I was the one buying it for him, I'm like, oh God, they're going to think I like this at the liquor store.
Nice.
Oh, I just vehemently hate gin.
I understand. I really do. Okay.
It's terrible. Shouldn't
so
exist.
That is going to bring us into the worsening for the evening. Let me get my banner. Oh, I heard a little meow.
That was a Nixie. And I just realized you can see Tuna in the background a little bit. My name's kind of blocking her, but...
All right, here we go.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
Listen, cue ball, you're only making it worse.
Thanks, that even makes it worse.
It's worse than you know.
It usually is.
I think that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
That's the worst goodbye I've ever heard. And you stole it from a movie.
How marvelous.
That was a lot of meowing.
Yes.
All right.
I was like, shh, we're meditating.
How are you worse this week?
Oh man, I forgot I was going to bring a thing for show and tell. It's downstairs though.
Oh, dear.
I finished my sushi house.
You did?
Remember that you were here when I bought that at the Nerd Emporium?
Yes. How
Down
did
the
that
street.
go?
It was very much a labor of love. I got angry many times. I was constantly covered in glue. There's so many tiny things that I physically couldn't hold them with my fingers because my fingers are too big. So I'm like 2 sets of tweezers trying to make things. Because you have to make the individual sushi rolls
Insane.
by like cutting out strips of different colored fabric and then actually rolling them up and cutting them into slices like you're making actual sushi.
Wow.
And they're like, minuscule. These tiny, tiny little things. You have to make like the cushions for the chairs by like cutting out the fabric. And
Wow.
yeah, so I finished it on Sunday.
I love that.
It looks cool as hell.
Yay.
I was a little too heavy with the glue, and you can see it in places, which is annoying to me. But sometimes it just wouldn't stick,
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's done. And I already, a few weeks back, bought another one. So I'm going to start that soon.
Very nice.
It's a garden loft. Yeah. This one doesn't look nearly as tedious with the making of the tiny things as that one, even though it's the same company. But so I did that. I passed level 200 on Fallout 76 the other day.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
I'm at like 207 or something like that now.
Nice.
And I am just burning through the current season.
I love it.
And I already, I was so excited about getting my glowing cat. I already have 2 more pets since
Wow.
then. I got a Mr. Pebbles.
What is that?
It's the first cat in space. Remember he's like on all the posters and stuff? Like even in Fallout 4?
Yeah.
The little white cat in the little astronaut suit.
That's
so I have
amazing.
Mr. Pebbles. He's my current pet. But I also got a pet in the Atomic Shop that is oh my gosh, why can't I think of his name? It's a kind of cheese. Oh my god. But there's a rad hog that you can get as a pet in the Atomic Shop. It's named after a specific kind of cheese. I want to say Gruyere, but I don't think that's right. And so you get a pet rad hog to live at your camp. I haven't
That's
used him
amazing.
yet because I got Mr. Pebbles around the same time, and I was like, I got to do Mr. Pebbles first.
Of
And I'm
course.
actually close to hitting the level where I can get the glowing dog. So,
Yay.
but I did read something the other day. They don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but they are working on an update where your pet will actually be able to leave camp and travel with you and fight with you.
Oh my god. I need to get back into Fallout 76.
Which, yeah, like that opens up so many questions because, yeah, there's dogs and there's cats, but there's other things too, like the rad hogs. And there's actually a glowing rad hog you can get in the current season as a reward.
Mm-hmm.
And they now have, and I think I mentioned this before, you can get a death claw now, which is DLC. It's like a $30 DLC to get the death claw pet. I've come across a few people who have them, yeah. But I've come across a few people that have them in their camps, and it's just like incredible walking around next to the death claw. Like it's just
That's
they
awesome.
go with the scratching post, and I watched it scratch the post.
Oh my god, I love that.
But definitely, if you're able to bring it with you, that's going to give you an advantage over, say, a Mr. Pebbles
Oh yeah.
in combat. But
Mhm.
but that opens up a whole bunch of possibilities. So I'm looking forward to that. But if
I
you do
love
get back
it.
into Fallout 76, I've built up so many things, and I can just give you all kinds of shit that people generally are like that's hard to get or they can't afford.
Oh, please do.
Because I've been just collecting all kinds of stuff, including a lot of the serums that are expensive and hard to find.
Ooh.
But yeah, so obviously playing a lot of that. I do love. So they had introduced this infestations update where they thought it was going to be like this huge challenging thing. And if people had cleared at least 1.5 million infestations by a certain point, you get this like Brotherhood Protector power armor paint.
Mm-hmm.
And they thought it was going to be really difficult. Apparently it was just like that. People just cleared it like
Never underestimate the power of nerds.
Yeah. because even like the developers who created it were like, oh yeah, when like we were testing it out and stuff, like we thought it was really challenging. We thought people were going to have a hard time with this. And then some of the top tier players would show up and take out the infestation boss in like 2 shots.
Amazing.
Like, wasn't that just last week I said I saw somebody who was like level 12,000 something? So yeah, that's 6 times my level.
That's crazy.
Nope. That's not even close. 60 times my level. There we go.
There you go.
I was like, wait, that's wrong. That
Math.
would be like 1,200, right? Yeah, so that is a big part of what I'm doing right now, I guess.
I love it.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Okay.
That I can think of at the moment.
Well, I continue to play Tomodachi Life. I'm working on, I have like made me's of like all my favorite bands and stuff and a lot of my favorite fictional characters. I'm working on like getting people into like the housing groups that I want them to be in. So like I'm trying to get all the Beatles to move into the same house, etc.
You don't have, it's like The Sims, right? So you only have so much control.
So I'm working on that. And also I get the funniest beef happens on my island. Like I'll find like your Mies can be like fighting with each other, and it'll be like Audrey from Twin Peaks fighting with 4 from Sleep Token.
Interesting.
It's so funny. I love Tomodachi Life so much. It is an amazing game. One of the big way that I'm worse though, girl, the fucking Reanimator brainworms are back.
Okay.
I'm reading fan fiction again. It's been too long since I watched the movie, so that might happen this weekend. I'm writing fan fiction again. So Reanimator has once again sunk its claws into me. And I'm enjoying it. I rocked a Reanimator t-shirt at work earlier this week. No one said anything. Wasn't expecting them to. Whatever.
Oh, by the way, I just noticed earlier in my parking lot here at home, I don't know how I haven't noticed, there's somebody who has a Yu-Gi-Oh sticker on their car.
Slay! That's awesome.
It is super faded, so I'm not surprised I didn't notice it before, but they've lived here for years. They also have a sticker that says, I can't remember, something along the lines of, "Don't bother me, I'm in my car crying to Lana Del Rey," or something along those lines. Yeah.
Love that. And speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, I continue to get worse with that. Actually, Kyle is getting worse with the Yu-Gi-Oh. He has started playing Master Duel. He started getting into modern Yu-Gi-Oh, which in turn is making me get more into like the modern mechanics of the game with like Xyz monsters and fusion monsters and synchro monsters and shit. We're both building Melfi archetype decks because that archetype is fucking adorable. So that's been fun. I've talked about this before on the podcast. There's a like store near us that is mostly sports memorabilia, like baseball cards and jerseys and pennants and all that fun stuff. But for whatever reason, they have boxes upon boxes of thousands of loose Yu-Gi-Oh cards for 25 cents each. So we go there almost like every other weekend and just leaf through the boxes. Did that last weekend. And I left with like 95 new cards. Awesome. I had to switch my I think I might have mentioned this as well. I had to switch my Yu-Gi-Oh storage system from a binder to a huge ass box because I have accumulated so many cards. We're probably going to go splitsies on another booster box of cards at some point soon. So the card madness does not stop.
Sure.
And how else am I worse? Oh, I have a complaint.
Oh, okay.
I left a bad review for the first time in my life on a company's website. That's a way I'm worse. Because Snag Tights, I used to buy all my fishnets from them. Downhill. They have like this little like fabric panel in like the crotch region that's like not fishnet fabric. It's so like if you're not wearing underwear or whatever. And these tights used to be great. Like this company just makes tights. And I have like regular stockings from them that are totally fine. But their fishnets, I don't know what the fuck happened. I bought 2 more pairs because my old ones ripped, even though they weren't supposed to, which kind of sucked. But I was like, okay, bad luck, whatever. But I bought 2 more pairs, and both of them, the first time I wore them, the stitching in the crotch just disintegrated. I'm so pissed. So I have officially left a bad review for a product for the first time in my life.
Did it hurt?
You know, I didn't feel bad about it because I was mad.
Fair.
Like, I felt like I gave them a fair shot. Like, I was already, like, kind of upset about the fact that my, like, supposedly tear-resistant fishnets had ripped at, like, the slightest snag. I was like, okay, bad luck, whatever, I'll get more. And then that happens? Nah. Bullshit.
Yeah. Well, can they be sewn, at least?
Nope.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does. So, I'm out of fishnets. I don't like that.
Have you tried Googling to find other brands?
Yeah, I know that needs to be rectified soon. I think that might be all of the ways that I'm worse this week, though. Unless you've got anything else.
No. I think I'm going to be pretty insufferable with my 3D modeling because I just picked up, I discovered that you can order from IKEA and pick it up locally for like $2.
No shit, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I got, and they're opening an IKEA in Buffalo, I just read today. It's going to be one of the crappy ones like the one in Syracuse. No, the one in Syracuse is open and it's terrible. It's a mini version.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, I was reading how, like, for some reason, these, like, crappy, smaller versions are doing better on the market than the mega stores that's the typical IKEA. That's why they're opening one in the mall in Buffalo, which it's like,
it
doesn't have a real restaurant. Yeah, the one in Syracuse is in the mall. Yeah, they took over one of the end cap stores at Syracuse. In Buffalo, they're going to be, like, the bottom floor of the old Sears or something. Which normally these are giant warehouses.
Bad.
Yeah, don't proper like restaurants. I got meatballs at the one in Syracuse, and they gave it to me on this paper plate that got all like soggy and depressing. Yeah,
you hate to see it.
So it is a shadow of a real IKEA. But anyway, I got my pegboard today. It's sitting right here because I got to hang it up. But I'm gonna be finding all kinds of fun things to use. I'm gonna put like a holder on there to put my controller on it and just hang it on the wall.
Yay!
All kinds of fun stuff like that. I'm gonna rig it up with like charging cables so I can just pop it on there, pop the cable in there. Boom.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty excited about that. So I'm sure that'll be a big focus of worsening this coming week.
I love it. Okay, so tomorrow we've got the stream at 8. We are talking about the movie Your Name, which I watched yesterday. And girl, you are in for a fucking treat if you haven't seen it already. It is available on HBO Max. So if you want to watch and then watch along our discussion, please do. No defend this week, no regrettable reviews next week. So it's going to be stream Thursday, nothing Friday, Big Dumb Monsters Monday, nothing Tuesday, back around to Fighting with Friends on Wednesday. We've got, this is still kind of far away, but we've got our 250th episode coming up on August 4th featuring Johannes Eckerstrom. That's going to be a really fun time. We are working hard on questions for that one, making sure we've got nothing but bangers. And other than that, I think it's kind of business as usual. We've still got our deal going on with the Bull and Bee. You can go to thebullandbee.com and use code MonsterMead at checkout for $5 off your online mead order. I personally recommend the Midas. That stuff is delicious. But I think it's going to be it for tonight, unless you have anything else to say.
No.
All right. As always, thank you for fighting with us, friends. We appreciate each and every single one of you. And we'll be back again next week for more fights. We'll see you then. Adios, everybody.
This week's episode of the Fighting with Friends podcast was hosted by Bridget Kelly and Dr. Sarah Brooks. You can find other episodes of the podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your other favorite listening platform. Catch us live on Twitch every Wednesday and Thursday. You can subscribe to our Twitch channel to watch our live broadcast without ads, or donate to our Patreon for ad-free access to our entire library of past episodes and streams, as well as fun bonus content. Fighting with Friends is a member of the Eclectic Cult Media Network. Check out the links in the description for more episodes from us and from all of the shows on the network. Thanks for listening.